What is up, YouTube? It's with a franchise guy. Starting the episode off with the uh, NFC teams. So far, we've had Carson Wentz and we've had Jordan Mailata. Now we have Zach Ertz on the team for the Pro Bowl. That's what the team's called. Center Jason Kelsey makes it. Brandon Brooks makes it. Lane Johnson, Brandon Graham, Nick Bosa as a rookie makes it. Any other Eagles gonna make it? No linebackers. No defensive backs. Maybe a safety. No safeties. Jake Elliott, the kicker, makes it. And that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty decent amount right there. Nick Bosa won Defensive Player of the Week. Even Matt Ryan won Offensive Player of the Week, even though his team lost. Bosa upgraded now to a 97 overall. Jeez, he is broken. I mean, he is legit broken of a player. Amir Abdullah, gonna upgrade him. He's up to an 86 overall now. Marvell Tell the third. Going to upgrade his zone a bit. I feel like he'll be like the next Malcolm Jenkins like player. I think he's a good fit. Josh Adams. Gonna upgrade his power back, bringing him up to a very respectable 70 overall. I mean, hopefully he's back next season. Ability just to power that ball in. Zach Ertz gets a late upgrade point. Upgrade him to a 94 in his possessions. Gets a ton of stuff right there. Doing a bit of scouting some quarterbacks right now. Sean Fleener, uh, Daniel Baldwin. I mean, we're not looking at any of these first round guys. We're looking at late round guys. Dylan Schwartz. I mean, all these guys are busts too. Carson Drescher, undrafted busts. Bradford McCarron, maybe? Nope, undrafted. James Gomez. No, Tate Cole. I like this guy's name, Tate Cole. A minus throw power, so I literally might just draft Tate Cole at Mr. Irrelevant just because of that throw power. But taking on the Houston Texans, though, in their, I believe, first ever Super Bowl, not just, I believe that's their first ever Super Bowl appearance. I mean, the Eagles, a team that has had very little success until recently in Super Bowl, facing a team that has also very little success. I mean, at all, even less success than I guess the Eagles had. Uh, these Texans have, but J.J. Watt, Sean Watson. I mean, they've led this team here. I mean, they deserve to be here. You don't get to Super Bowl by by a fluke. You don't have one play define you, but career record for Doug Peterson, 49-15 with 8 playoff wins. Bill O'Brien, 51-45 with only 3. I mean, Doug Pearson has yet to lose in the playoffs. He's also yet to ever lose in the Super Bowl. Let's put it at that. He also has a much better career record than Bill O'Brien. I mean, not quite like Tom Landry records of good, but very respectable. Only 15 losses in his first 4 seasons, so not bad at all. Not bad one bit, really. The Eagles are going to, I'm not sure when, maybe, because both teams are clapping. Not one team. See, because you can't tell who does it. Maybe Eagles. No, looking at Texans now. But Darby and Hopkins are shaking hands because that's what respectful players do to one another. I mean, I'm assuming. I can't even tell you. I guess we're receiving. Yep. Kelly Thompson back to receive 9 returns for only 214 yards. I mean, Iron Panda is coming online for a Rainbow Six group. I don't know why. Who actually plays Rainbow Six Siege? Actually, not to bash on him, he's like top 1,000 in the world in Rainbow Six Siege. That includes like China and all the other countries, not just U.S. in the world. Carson Wentz, though, showing his grit, showing his tenacity, runs over two defenders right there before he gets taken down. But 2 rushes, 27 yards. Carson Wentz showing that he is a big-barreled quarterback. That he's not a injury-prone quarterback as some people may have thought he was. Look at that. 1, 2, takes 3 defenders to bring him down after he breaks 2 tackles. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. 4 defenders takes to bring Carson Wentz down because Carson Wentz is an absolute animal. I mean, first and goal now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles hands the ball off to Amir Abdullah, and Abdullah is going to get taken down. He lost a couple yards, I do believe, right there. Carson Wentz now, still second and goal. Going to try and throw that ball in the end of Zach Ertz, but gets batted around, and Deshaun Jackson comes up and catches that one. His first career Super Bowl touchdown comes off a pass that sat in the air for a good 5 seconds before it came down. I thought that Javon Curse catch against the Patriots a couple years ago. You know, the one where it like bounced off the Malcolm Butler's foot, and then it hit Curse in his thigh, and he just pinned it, and he picked it up and he ran for 3 yards, and then got taken down by Butler, and everyone thought it was like insane. That's kind of what happened right there. But moving on, Eagles defense is holding pretty strong right now. Back on offense, I believe after a turnover. Carson Wentz is going to fire over to Zach Ertz. And look at that. We're going to cruise up. Oh, look at that. Just breaking tackles before he just falls after it picks up another 10 yards right there. Down on the 16-yard line. We're in the red zone after that. Huge pickup right there. But look at that. Look at him go. That is the league's best tight end right there. It takes, I don't know, a bunch of people to bring him down. Down in the red zone now. Carson Wentz was going to roll out right, get sacked, fumble the ball right there. That's not what you like to see from your quarterback. And Carson Wentz is down with an injury. He is holding his his non-throwing shoulder right there. And that is a scary sight to see, especially in the Super Bowl. And Carson Wentz, though, will be taken out of the game right now. He is in a substantial amount of pain. He is going into the tunnel. But we have to overcome this. I mean, that's why we have Nick Foles on the team. I mean, third down for the defense, and we're not gonna stop them. We're gonna get the first down right there. Bill O'Brien. Maybe we did actually. I'm not sure. No, we didn't stop them. 2nd and 2 now. Nick Bosa moving out to the left. Gets one-on-one with their sheds a tackle. Doesn't matter. Fletcher Cox takes down Lamar Miller. And Carson Wentz a shoulder tear and will not be able to return this game. And Nick Foles will be stepping in for Carson Wentz in his 2nd career Super Bowl appearance. Big Dick Nick is back in the game when it needs him the most. But Nick Bosa just whiffing on that sack attempt there of Deshaun Watson as Deshaun Watson completes a pass down to the 5-yard line to his tight end, and Doug Peterson is not a happy camper right there. He finds out his quarterback is hurt, and then a gaffe on defense allows a big pickup that puts them in great field range in general. You know, Bosa again, not getting the sack right there this time. DeAndre Hopkins gets the reception for the touchdown. This game is now tied up, assuming they make the extra point. If they don't, I'm going to be surprised, but I'm assuming they're going to make it. Yeah, just wide open Hopkins. No one even close to covering him. Darby gets left behind in the dust. I mean, if it wasn't Hopkins, it would have been Fuller, but not something you want to see from your great defense. Not something you want to see at all. But carrying on, they do make the extra point, and we will be taking over on offense. Nick Foles now leading this team on a 3rd and 1. We're going to find none other than Zach Ertz underneath right there for a fairly big pickup, a nice 10-yard pickup right there. Doesn't matter who the QB is, Nick Foles, Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz is going to get fed. He is going to, be a beast. He's going to rack up hundreds of yards for no reason whatsoever, just because he can. But look at that. Look at Zach Ertz muster his way through those defenders right there. Going to go for the field goal, and it is good right there. I mean, hey, sometimes you just need a couple points right there. It gives us the lead back again, a 10-7 lead. I mean, would we have preferred to go for 7? Yeah. Who would not have wanted to go for 7 in the Super Bowl? You don't want to kick a field goal. I mean, that will make the most boring Super Bowl ever in NFL history. Who wants to go see a Maroon 5 concert, a touchdown? That's it. But back on offense now, 3rd, 4, going to get another big pickup by Zach Ertz. I mean, 4 catches, 62 yards. I'm pretty sure at least 30 of those 62 yards coming from Nick Foles, because Nick Foles only has like 57 yards passing on like 4 completions. I'm pretty sure 3, if not all 4 of those have gone to Zach Ertz. But now on the 26-yard line, 3rd and 5, Nick Foles dropping back, going to fire over to a former target of his in his first time here. DeSean Jackson is going to break away for a touchdown, give the Eagles a nice 9-point lead, barring a extra point attempt right here and an extra point make. But yeah, fires over the middle. DeSean Jackson somehow misses the defenders and walks in for a touchdown. But a nice 10-point lead now. Nick Foles back on offense once again, going to fire out left for DeSean Jackson again, who's going to hold on to that as he's taken down to the ground. On the day so far, Foles is 7 for 10 for 107 yards. Pretty good for Nick Foles. And again, I'm going to fire out left this time to Zach Ertz, who gets another 10-plus yard pickup right there. Eagles are cruising down. Clock is winding down. 15 seconds left in the half. I mean, we're going to fire up to Nelson Aguilar. I believe that's who number 13 is right there. Get the ball down to the 26-yard line. And we're going to have a mental gaffe here and just entirely forget to call a timeout. We're trying to go for a field goal just to extend the lead a little bit more. And we just have a huge mental gaffe on, calling that timeout. Special coordinator's fault. Happens. Didn't rally into the head coach in time to call the timeout, so never called a timeout. But a huge chunk of time gets spent right there. I mean, Houston pulls within a score of the Eagles. Nick Bosa again misses a sack, 3rd and 11. Short because had to come back for that Deshaun Watson ball. In 4th and 3, they put within 4 points of the Eagles. I mean, now in the 4th quarter, Nick Foles dropping back, going to fire to DeSean Jackson. DeSean Jackson going to break away from 2 tackles. Before he gets tackled down at the 15-yard line. Houston ranked, 2nd in the league with offensive yards. Today they've allowed 349 offensive yards. Not something you want from the league's 2nd best defense. But this time, though, Zach Ertz is going to get the pass for a touchdown. A nice 15-yard pass there. His first touchdown of Super Bowl 54? Yep, Super Bowl 54. That's what the one this is. But, look at that right there. Just catches it. There's no controversy this time on his touchdown. He just catches it, and he crosses the line. He goes right on in. There's no juggling. There's no diving. There's no football moves. He catches it, and he goes on in. That's all it has to be. Back now with a 11-point lead. The Philadelphia Eagles on a 3rd and 1 with Nick Foles. Foles dropping back, going to fire for Zach Ertz again. And Ertz just short of a 2nd touchdown of the game, going down the 1-yard line. But, barring a touchdown, which I believe we got right there. I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Get the touchdown. Zach Ertz's 2nd touchdown of the game gives us a very nice 17-point lead over the Houston Texans with 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. I mean, Nick Foles has not missed a beat since coming in for the injured Carson Wentz. I mean, prayers to Carson Wentz. This is his 2nd major injury, his 2nd injury of this season alone. I mean, no one wants to see a QB get hurt, especially a QB that is being paid an awful lot amount of money. But Deshaun Watson there on 4th and 18, firing just over the first down marker. I mean, doesn't really matter. He's got less than 3 minutes to score and then get 11 more points. I mean, we recover the ball, third down alert, Nick Foles on offense, less than 2 minutes left, the 2-minute warning has been spent. Houston is just left with the 3 timeouts. Get that ball over to Nelson Aguilar, who gets it down to the 16, and Houston is forced to burn their first of 3 timeouts. I mean, the timeout, ends at a pretty decent place. Eagles have an 11-point lead with 1 minute 51 seconds left in the game. Aguilar so far in the game has 6 catches for 101 yards. He is being very well integrated into the offense. He's a receiver that can be mighty well forgotten on the team. I mean, he kind of got forgotten a little bit when Mike Wallace was on the team. He got forgotten about Braxton Barrows. But Nick Foles dropping dimes or attempts to drop dimes at least. Passes broken up to Deshaun Jackson right there. But we can't be freezing the clock. We can't be giving Houston the time it needs to. I just put a drive down to get it. But this time Nelson Aguilar makes the catch. This, for the touchdown, pulls up a nice 17-point lead. For the extra point, I'm assuming I make the extra point every time. So a nice 18-point lead with a minute 40 left in the game. Bill O'Brien cannot believe it. He spent all these seasons with bad teams. Beat out adversity. He showed Houston that he was the coach for them. He beat the Steelers to get here. He tried his absolute best to get here, but 15 seconds left, an 18-point lead for the Eagles. Nick Bosa rushing the edge right there, and Deshaun Watson's going to throw out of bounds. 12 seconds left in the game, but it doesn't matter. The Eagles are going to kneel it out. I mean, the Eagles are now officially a dynasty. They won Super Bowl 52, 53, and now Super Bowl 54. You can't beat something like that. You can't beat this team. I mean, head coach Doug Peterson, owner Chance Bishop. I mean, he's only won 2 Super Bowls, so the Eagles, I mean, Jeffrey Lurie's still with the team. He's just on a lesser role now. He's not a majority owner. He's a minor owner now. So, but Howie Roseman as the GM, bringing in great talent, signing Carson Wentz to a very lucrative long-term extension, something he's about to do in real life as well. Bill O'Brien, shame to be him. Nick Foles, 265 passing yards on the game, 1 Super Bowl MVP because he is Nick Foles, the greatest, mythos in Eagles history. I mean, the legend of Nick Foles will always live on. I mean, Wentz sort of healthy enough to be up on the podium to lift Lombardi's trophy. I mean, same with Jordan Hicks, Alshon Jeffrey, Carson Wentz, and Nelson Aguilar. Is that who that is in the back? Oh, that's Nelson Aguilar in the back as well. Nope, that's number 97? 37. Amir Abdullah. But the Eagles are your Super Bowl champs right here, so super glad for them. Super glad that they're a dynasty. Nick Foles, 16 for 24. Corey Clement, 56 rushing yards, Abdullah 24. Receiving, Ertz had 120. Aguilar had 117. Sacks, Fisher led of sacks, so Lane Johnson, as well as the Kelsey. Kelsey has really a lot of many sacks. St. John's the team with 8 tackles. Same with Malcolm Jenkins, McLeod, and Hicks far behind with 7 and 6. Very good games for everyone on the defense. Not many sacks, surprisingly. But if you guys like this episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys missed the episode, try to post it down below. And yeah, peace out, rock on YouTube. Make sure you check out punters, because punters are people too. I mean, Jake Elliott, the kicker is getting some upgrades right here. That's how much he matters to this team. But definitely, peace out, rock on YouTube, stay classy, stay tuned for the next episode of Eagles Franchise.